I just realized today my husband doesn't eat in the morning to feed our son and me. I, 29F, and my husband, 30M, have had a tough life recently. When I had my kid at 27, Corona started. I lost my job, my husband's company failed and everyone left. We didn't know what to do anymore. We barely had food to eat. I tried selling stuff, but it wasn't near enough. I once walked to our bedroom and saw the door slightly open. I looked and saw my husband crying. It was the first time I see him cry. I sat next to him and he started apologizing, saying he failed as a father. I calmed him down and told him we are fine and he is doing an amazing job. Few months ago, he landed a job that is paying him so well and it was the first time in a while I saw him this happy. But thinking about it, I noticed he stopped eating breakfast with us. There are days he wouldn't even eat, and just sits with us on the table and looks at us eating. When I ask him, he would say he wasn't hungry. There were nights he wouldn't sleep either. I kept asking him every day if he is okay because he is too skinny and looked so pale because of that. He finally told me yesterday why he was doing all of that and said he wanted to make sure that me and our son had enough to eat, so he would skip eating to make sure there is enough food for us. And he would stay up at night planning how he is going to spend the money on groceries and stuff. I started crying when he told me all that. He was sacrificing his life for us. I don't know what I was going to do without him. His income now is enough to support our needs and wants. He buys our son a lot of toys and just bought me a new iPhone few days ago.
Wait, so is he eating now? His income is good, or is he still not eating?
I know one of the things I enjoyed the most after selling plasma was a nice loaf of bread with a good cheese spread. Cheap and filling.
I found out a few years ago that my stepfather's mother used to do the same thing. She was so accustomed to growing up with next to nothing in a war zone in Vietnam that she assumed the same when she escaped to France. She would pretend she wasn't hungry but would always sneak the scraps when her husband and 2 children were finished with their plates. Amazing what people do for love and out of trauma, obviously.
I feel for you and know what it's like to wake up at night and worry about finances. Your husband needs help. He's starving himself and buying toys and iPhones? Gently start moving the balance. Share your breakfast with him, make him a lunch with leftovers or a sandwich, nothing fancy. Then dinner with the family as well, just a few bites. A few counseling sessions for him will help your family so much more than depriving himself. You want him well and strong to be able to work and earn money. Support him by staying up and planning with him. Don't ask what's wrong, just help plan. And finally, if you can eventually land a part-time job, it will give you satisfaction and reassurance for your husband.
I am not sure if every country has a food bank thingy, but those help less fortunate people. My family and I used to receive charity. Like these events where they give food for free, and it helped us a lot. It happens a lot more than most people think. I've skipped many meals when taking care of my grandmother before she passed, so I know she would be fed. It's called love and sacrifice.
That man is gold. Treasure each other, Purple Heart.
Now you know you have to prioritize his health, mentally, physically, and emotionally. You can't let him shoulder all the worry like this ever again. You'll lose him that way. Make sure he knows your love is not determined by his take-home pay.
Man, when you get that close to losing it all, it's hard not to be scared. I feel this in my bones.
You have yourself an amazing husband. I'm sure he already knows, but remember to show him how thankful you are for him, even if it's just the little things like making you coffee in the morning. Sometimes, when things get stressful, it's easy to forget to show gratitude and it gets lost in the minutiae. Do little things like leaving him love notes where he'll find them at work, or randomly texting him love poems, or goofy love memes. It might seem silly, but little things like that can go a long way.